Yo, what is up? I have 10 RT tips and tricks for you. The last time I did this video was over 2 years ago, so I'm here to update that video now. First of all, the first thing you need to do when you play RT is make sure you set up your artillery piece correctly. This means your crew and your equipment. Make sure your crew have BIA skills. Make sure they have snapshot skills. Your gunner has snapshot skills. Make sure you are running food. And for equipment, if your tank can take vents, use vents, gun laying drive, and a gun rammer. Now for those tanks, a lot of artilleries do not take vents because they have open tops. Replace those vents for IRM instead. Now crew skills. Let's talk about crew skills. You do not need Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense is totally unnecessary. There's also no need for a repair kit. Instead, use high octane fuel. High octane fuel will help you move around the map. It will give you a little bit more mobility because it is quicker. Now, as for crew, some tanks have 2 loaders. Make sure only one of those loaders have the adrenaline rush while the other has intuition, and this is because when you have 2 loaders, a lot of these skills, they do not stack up. Only one of those crews needs those skills. For example, the adrenaline rush and the intuition. The same goes for the gunner as well. Some tanks have 2 gunners and only one of those gunners need a snapshot skill, and the other one could use the dead eye skill. You don't need both of your gunners to have 2 snapshot skills because it does not stack up and you do not benefit from it. Now, tip number 2, be ready to shoot. Keep an eye out on the map and also your countdown timer. Stop whatever you're doing 10 seconds before your gun reloads so that you have time to aim and you have time to shoot as soon as the shell is loaded into your tank. As soon as you fire, relocate. Keep yourself, your position in between your team. Do not be on one side of the map while your entire team is on the other side of the map. Always shoot and scoot. Keep yourself moving so that you cannot be targeted easily by the enemy artillery as well. Now, always let your team know. This is tip number 4. Always let your team know what you are shooting at and your reload time. Now you see me hitting my target there and displaying my my reload countdown time. I rebind my T key on my keyboard to my mouse wheel button. This lets me quickly point out where I want to shoot and how much time I have left until the shell reloads. This gives my team an indication of when they should try spotting for me. If they see that I have 10 seconds before my shell is reloaded, they might try poking over or poking out of a corner so that they can spot for me and I will have a clearer shot at my enemy team, at the enemy tanks. Tip number 5, right mouse button on your minimap so that you can snap to different positions quickly. All you need to do is hold down your control, right mouse button on the minimap, and your gun will automatically snap to that location. Your camera will go straight there. Tip number 6, pre-aim popular locations or blind shots. Pre-aiming, it means that you are always ready to fire. As soon as your shell is reloaded, make sure you have something to shoot at. If you don't have anything to shoot at some popular locations that you think that where the enemy is going. It's very important to do that. Number 7, use the A and D keys to swing your gun faster to your target. If you need to shoot something way on the left side, instead of just turning your gun, swinging your gun around, because artillery have very slow traverse, right? Gun traverse is very slow. rotate your tracks as well. This will help you aim a lot quicker if you rotate your tank towards where you want to shoot as well. Now, tip number 8, balance your priorities. Now, you saw me shooting here, taking my time to think about where I want to shoot, what targets I want to shoot. Now, it's very easy to say doing damage also supports your team, but when I say balance your priorities means there are times when you can do damage for yourself, and there are times when you can use your artillery to delay an advance of the enemy. When the enemy is pushing and you fire a shot in and you delay them, you slow them down, or you track them, or you stun them, that's when you are helping your team very much. Sometimes you can forego doing damage, but instead try to stun a bunch of enemy teams so that your team can destroy them quickly. You need to balance your priority from doing damage or helping your team win. Obviously, doing damage also helps your team win, but what I'm trying to say is make sure your priorities are correct. What is the more important target? Doing damage for yourself, or helping your team out, stopping an advance, or helping your team push a corridor or something like that. So basically, and that's what I mean, balance your priorities so that you can get better use, not just for yourself in doing damage, but also for your team in securing the win. Tip number 9 is anticipate when your enemy is aiming to shoot. Now, this is important. Sometimes your enemies are spotted, but they're moving around, right? They're wiggling. They're trying to evade artillery. They're trying to hide behind buildings. Try to anticipate. If you're looking at them from the sky view, try to anticipate when they have shot their gun and when they're going to shoot again. Because when they shoot, they're typically stationary, right? Where every time you want to shoot, you want better accuracy, you're going to be stationary. So if you can figure out that they're going to be stationary somewhere here because they're going to fire their gun soon. Looks like he's going to fire his gun soon, and he's going to be stationary somewhere around there, and that's where I will fire my shot. And it'll work out for you 9 times out of 10. Now, today I'm showing you again in my Conqueror gun carrier, the CGC. I've done over 3,400 damage here, but in the result you're going to see me do a lot more damage because I did a lot of blind damage. I was shooting in positions where the enemy team was most probably gathered in a group, so I landed a lot of those shots which got me a lot of damage, a lot of blind shot damage. Even though the enemy was not spotted, I managed to shoot them. Now you see me moving around and getting closer to the enemy. That's because we are winning the game. We are getting more of map control, and you see me try to keep moving forward. Now I can't go any more forward because there's water in front of me. There's literally nowhere else I could go. I went as forward as much as possible. And why am I going forward, you might ask? The reason why I'm going forward is the closer I am to the enemy team or to the enemies, the shorter the distance my shell needs to travel. And this is better because it means I will have better chance at hitting my target more accurately. So as soon as you see, I guess this is tip number 10, as soon as you see your team winning, moving forward, and getting more map control, move together with your team, move forward. This means you can land your shots more accurately because your shells do not need to travel at a greater distance. The shorter the distance your shell can travel, the more accurate you are going to be with your shots. So with that said, those were the 10 tips for you. Hope you took some good lessons for you today, and this is the result. Or 6,400 damage, 2,000 more damage than what I thought, because I hit a lot of those blind shots. I hope you enjoyed this video and took some good information, and enjoyed this presentation. And thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.